Hello, how are you doing today? My name is Karo Oyele. I'm a real estate consultant in Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Talk with Karo. Today's episode is going to be really straight to the point, very short. I really don't have much to say. I just wanted to add give you more information about Lagoon Front Estates. Like I do here in the channel, I try to give you the facts. I keep it honest, and I leave it to you to decide what is right for you. So my job here is really just to guide you, enlighten you, educate you on real estate matters, so that when you're making your real estate investments, you are able to make that decision that will be the best for you overall. So recently, I introduced Lagoon Front Estate to you, which is currently selling at pre-launch prices also, which is why I'm trying to make sure it gets to as much of you as possible so that you can invest now and save between 1.5 million naira to 2.5 million naira. That's good returns, especially when it's within first, second week of launch. So just a little more to add to everything I've said in the last few days about Lagoon Front Estate. In the last few days, I've talked to you about what I think about Lagoon Front Estates before I saw it, what I think about it being provided at a pre-launch price and all that, and whether you should invest or not. But at the end of the day, the decision still rests on you, what you want to do with your money. My own is, just like I've said, just to give you as much information that I think you need to make that final decision that you want to do. Yesterday, I think that's 25th now of July, I went to see the sites, and I must say that I like the place. It's a good one. It's just adjacent to the Alaro city, but I couldn't show that to you exactly. The father is adjacent to Alaro city because we didn't enter through the front. We went in through the back, and that's because the access road, which is going to be the estate gates, just facing the Alaro City in Epe, that is going to be facing the express, has not been cleared out yet. And I'm told that that is the reason actually that they are delaying the launch. Once it's launched, they don't want to bring people through the back road. They just want to bring people through the access road, which is just facing the Alaro City. So as it launches, as time goes on within the next few weeks, I'm sure that I'll be able to bring you that view, that entrance view, that's so that you see clearly. When we say it's adjacent, it's just about opposites, but not directly opposite. So it's adjacent. Alaro City, it's a good one. When I went there, I really wasn't looking to invest. I felt like I've invested enough, just wanted to relax for now. And I especially felt like I'd invested enough with Landmark, which is the company that's behind Lagoon Front Estates. But then I got there, I was really hoping not to like it that much. But I got there, it was a good one. It's a very, very, very good one. The place is located, and the neighborhood was in that neighborhood. Wow, it's a good one. And I got there, I was just like, oh no, now I have to get something here also. But that's not why we're here. Now, what more do I have to say about Lagoon Front Estate? I have with me here the map of the estates. I'll see if I can put it on the screen for you. And showing you what's, talking to you about it. You get it. So looking at the map, this map was sent to me yesterday because when I was on site, I really wanted to know what and what that place was about. I could see what I was seeing and knew that, oh, this place was a good one, but I still wanted to know the plans they had for the estate. So the MD sent me the what he calls the map. Now, Lagoon Front Estate, another reason this is impressing me, the estate is impressing me, and I want more of you people to know this, is because I'm realizing that it's a very well planned out estate. On the plan here, we have residential zone, high rising. You know, this place we have residential zone high rising, which means that people want to build, those high rise building. You want to have those high rise buildings so that you can, because realistically, it's not everybody that will be able to face the lagoon. All houses will not be, able to face the lagoon. It's not just realistic. So for those who still want to have that lagoon view, you look at your window and you are seeing that view. You can build this high-rise building, and then you can still see, can still have that view that you want. In fact, the way it's looking from this map, it doesn't look like any residential, at least not any private residential, will be facing the lagoon, because what we have here, this is the lagoon. You can contact me, right, with the numbers on your screen so that I can send this map to you so that you have a clear view of it. If you look at, this is the lagoon, all this place is the lagoon, right? This is the lagoon. Now, what is facing the lagoon here, based on the map? We have Boulevard Hotels and Resorts. You see it? And it's Landmark that is going to be building those. So they are going to be in that Lagoon Front Estate. We're going to be having hotels and resorts developed and managed by Landmark. And when I saw that, what I was impressed, because any estate where the company is going to be building their own, doing their own building, whether it is residential apartments, whether it is hotels and all that, it just gives you, it means that the estate will develop very quickly, because that's one of the problem we have with estates that just sell land. Estates that just sell lands, most people as investors, we buy because we want to bank, you know. A lot of us don't have money to build on. A lot of the lands we are buying right now, we're just buying it to bank for the future, so that we can benefit from price appreciation over the years, before we are ready to decide whether we want to resell, or whether we want to do anything with it. You get? So those estates, when a lot of people are not ready to build at the moment, they develop very slowly, you know. And I think that is what influences the developers as well, how seriously they take an estate, because when they look at it, they'll just feel like, most people are not ready to build yet. Some might be ready to build one or two, but a lot of people are not ready to build it. So you see them being sluggish. I don't mean that it is right, but I'm just saying, you see them being sluggish in terms of providing infrastructure. But then if you think about it, if they provide infrastructure quickly, more and more people will be, motivated to build. Anyway, that's another matter. Now, so we have the Boulevard Hotels and Resorts that will be facing the lagoon, and then we have luxury apartment. You see, this place is also facing the lagoon. This will have this luxury apartment, and I'm sure that eventually Landmark will come up with prices for this luxury apartment that they will develop for people who are interested. So the luxury apartments will be directly facing the lagoon. The hotels, Boulevard Hotels and Resorts, will directly be facing the lagoon also. Then what else is facing the lagoon? Let me see. Then we'll have the residential zone luxury apartment as well facing the lagoon. So I'm thinking this residential zone luxury apartment is likely the part that Landway will be giving to those who want to maybe build an apartment. I'm not sure, but we have two sections here. One is luxury apartment, one is luxury residential apartment. So does this mean that this part is the one they are going to sell, and the other one, luxury apartment, would be maybe for short leasing that the company will manage? I'm not sure yet. So that's that. And if for those of you who might be thinking that some people will be allocated the Lagoon View and some people, if people are going to be allocated the Lagoon View, eventually we'll get more information about that, meaning your land is just directly facing the lagoon, because it's not, like I've said, it's not a lot of people that can, it's not everybody that can get their lands facing the lagoon because it's just not possible. I'm sure that those people that are going to be allocated those plots just facing the lagoon directly, those people are going to have to pay more money. That's just how it is. Those people are going to have to pay more money. So I don't even think we are selling that yet. But as time goes on, like I said, we'll get more information on that. And then we have this place, Green Parks and Institution and Arcade. You see this place? So by that, I'm thinking maybe schools, maybe hospitals, and recreation. So that's what I'm thinking for this place. And then we then have this residential zone high rising. I think I've talked about that before. And then we have this residential zone low to medium housing. So I think that's it for people who want to build, who are building either bungalow, or people who want to build just a story building. You get just duplex, and for people who are building 2 floors, that's high rising. But for people who are maybe building duplex, and for people who are building bungalows, I think this is the place. So what this tells me really, and then we have the industrial zone. The MD specifically told me that the industrial zone, there are going to be different types of commercial plots in the estate. So it's a business, it's going to also have room for business. So for a lot of you who think business, and think of Alaro, the area where it is, Alaro City, and then you can imagine the type of business that will thrive there. Whether that will be cut off, even though within the estate will be, demarcated from it so that it can boom and anybody can come in to patronize people. I don't know yet, but this is it. This is the industrial zone, and you can get different types of commercial plots. So if you're interested in commercial plots, you're welcome to get that. So we have the industrial zone, and then we also have the commercial zone, central business district. You see, central business district. So this is the reason I'm discussing this one. I decided to, I wanted to mention it in the video yesterday when I was, when I was on site recording the video. I felt like, no, I need to keep that one short and sit down to discuss this, because it's a lot. It's a lot. The point I'm just trying to let you know is that Lagoon Front Estate is a well-planned estate. I'm already seeing a huge difference as to the fact that this estate they are going to work on it and it's going to do well. Even though because of beachfront, we have a lot of doubters now, investors who are doubters, but MD did tell me, I wanted to find out when is this project going to commence, which is Lagoon Front Estate. When is it going to commence? And the MD said it's an 18-month project. And I said, do you mean it's going to commence in 18 months? Or do you mean that, start to finish is going to be 18 months? He said start to finish is going to be 18 months. But in construction, something you don't do, even when you have the best of intentions, is that you don't, I don't like it when they put a specific time, like it's going to be within, it's an 18-month project, because there will be unforeseen occurrences, whatever it is, whether it's the weather, whether it's nature that stopped you, whether it's whatever, there will be unforeseen occurrences that will delay projects. So I'm going to just say that it's add another 6 months to that. So I'm going to just say that it's a 2 years project, about 2 years 6 months project, but officially the date I was given is that it's an 18-month project. So it's something they are going to start digging into right away. My beachfront investors, does this get you worried? Honestly, when he said 18 months, it got me worried. It got me excited, but it got me worried. It got me excited because I feel like this land, this time, this one, they're going to focus on it and they are going to deliver. And I like, when a project launches and they get right to it and do what they're supposed to do. That's the exciting part. But then I'm like, hope you're not going to forget that we still need to sandfill beachfront phase 2 and beachfront phase 1. You get, but we the realtors will never let them forget. The truth is that there are enough workers to be working at different projects at the same time. You just need to be willing to pay more workers, and you can have people working here and have people working there. So if it's well planned, all the project that they are doing, if they plan it out properly, we wouldn't have a problem of, oh, because this one is being developed, this one is being moved forward, there's going to be a problem with this. Another thing you want to note about Lagoon Front Estate also is that it's not a land that needs that filling. We even walked, my colleagues and I, we walked into some part of it that have not been cleared, that is thick, that are just trees and all that. We didn't see water. You get just a little place in front of the lagoon, just a little place in front of the lagoon that is marshy, but that's the company's business. That part they will feel it, so but the estate at large is largely a dry land. We walked as far as we could, we didn't see water. It's just some small place just in front of the lagoon that is marshy a bit, and they will sand fill that one. So because this estate will not need any sand filling, they're just going to be allocating to people straight away, then there really shouldn't be any reason why there's going to be any delay of any kind. Because I feel like the reason we're having this issue, because the only property so far um, on the landmark list of projects that they are doing that has dragged longer than investors wanted it before allocation, is these three estates that are together that require sand filling: the Beachfront Phase 1, Beachfront Phase 2, Queen's Garden. Three estates that require sand filling, and they are the ones we're having problem with. Because sand filling is a huge project to take on, especially when it's a very, very large expanse of land. So we're going to be patient, like I said before. We give them till the end of the year. That's what they are requesting as well, and then we'll see what progress they made. So that's it. That's everything. I thought I would say more before you decide whether you want to invest in Lagoon Front or not. I thought that you might want to have the rest of the information so that you can make a wise decision. For my co-investors in Beachfront Phase 1, Beachfront Phase 2, I have your back. I'm not taking my eyes off that project, but don't let it discourage you to say, hey, now you see something good, now you don't want to invest anymore. But also understand if you choose to hold off on this one. Okay, but it's a good one. And for me, will I be investing? Yes, I will be investing. I can't see that and let it go. um I just couldn't. I got home, I discussed with my husband, and my husband also saw a reason. So we're going to be investing in Lagoon Front Estate. We'll just put ourselves on a bit of a payment plan. Fortunately, we have payment plan as long as 18 months. So we can do 6, we can do 12, we can do 18. As long as we key into it, I'm fine. You get, so you can do the same if you don't have the money to pay, make an outright payment. Outright payment, of course, doesn't attract interest, and outright payment means you are paying within either 2 months, or you are paying within 3 months, or you are paying it in one bulk and just forget about it. It doesn't attract any interest. 5 million for 500 square meter, 3 million for 300 square meters. But if you don't have that, you can instead just put yourself on a payment plan. Gives you the space to pay gradually. You just only have to pay a little bit extra, but then you still achieve your aim. Initial deposit is just 500,000 naira. And the reason I'm pushing this on to you right now, you can't say you didn't hear it. You can't say, Karo, why didn't you tell us before it expired? It's because right now we just have 3 days, 4 days, before the pre-launch is over. The pre-launch will be over July 31st, 2021, and then hopefully it will officially launch in August. And when it launches in August, price will be 7.5 million naira for 500 square meters, and 4.5 million naira for 300 square meters. So that's why I say you can save between 1.5 million naira to 2.5 million naira if you buy into it now. And something else you should know is that that Lekki Epe Expressway, is now being fixed. Yeah, It's now being faced. When I was going to site yesterday, I saw the huge work that is going on there. Wow, wow. So very soon, it's just a straight road, the Lekki Epe Expressway, straight to Pan African University, straight to Alaro City, straight to, without like a smooth drive. It's going to be like 6 to 8 lanes. It's a very wide road. That's what they're doing now. It's a big project they are doing on that road. I saw that yesterday and I was very impressed. So those of you might think that, okay, Lagoon Front Estate is in Epe and Beachfront is in Ibeju, and Beachfront was sold for 3 million naira, right? I think it sold for 3 million. Beachfront phase 2 stopped selling, I think, for 3 million naira. Why is this one that is farther more expensive? Well, this one is not really farther, actually. Once they complete that road and we have this smooth drive all the way down, before you get to Beachfront phase 2, you would have possibly you've got into Lagoon as well. That's how close it is. And moreover, Beachfront phase 2 didn't have a CFO, and this one has a CFO. Those are the difference. Right now, a land in a Lekki that has CFO is selling for between 7 million to 8 million. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you want to buy, you still have like 4 days to buy into Lagoon Front Estate. My numbers are on your screen. Call me. It's in a very few steps. We'll successfully process an application for you. Until I come your way again, my name is Karo I. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Stay safe. Bye.